day. It's good to be here. It's good to be home in North Philly. Malcolm, thank you for putting together this event. We need to bring people here to understand our issues, and so that people don't forget that North Philadelphia cannot be forgotten. I'm running for state senator in the 3rd senatorial district. That's the seat, for those who don't know, that was held by Senator Kitchen. I was her chief of staff at one point in time, going on to practice law. She's supporting me. I'm the endorsed Democratic candidate. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm born and raised in North Philadelphia. I grew up at 18th and Diamond, and I live in the same division that I grew up in, right around the corner on Grass Street. I'm a father of 5, 2 biological children, 3 stepchildren. And anybody who knows, and all of my children have come through the public school system. I graduated from public schools. I'm a product of public schools. It is not right. It's not right that our children are not funded at the same level as other children in other parts of the Commonwealth. As your senator, I will fight to make sure that there's equal funding across the Commonwealth for young people, regardless of the value of their homes. It's just because our children's neighborhood and the value of the house that they live in may not be worth as much as somebody else. That doesn't mean the child that lives in the house isn't worth as much as everybody else. My life, there are people who say, Sharif, you're the son of the mayor. And that's true, my dad was mayor. I'll tell you, I was born the son of a hot dog vendor who we watched, who I campaigned with. We worked. I watched him. He became a lawyer during my lifetime. He became a councilman during my lifetime. We worked and became mayor during my lifetime. So there's a difference between us being born the child of a mayor and being born the son of a man who was selling hot dogs who became the mayor. The difference is that you understand the possibility of every human being. You understand the possibility of every human being. And I understand that our young people, that no matter how much other folks don't value them, know that they can do something. Now I've got a little bit of experience to hold this seat. I've worked in the 3rd senatorial district as Senator Kitchen's chief of staff. But I left there and I practiced law. I continued to work with Senator Kitchen. Some of the things I did we talk about, I worked on the development of affordable housing. We talk about we're going to stop gentrification in our community, and we have to make sure that there's housing stock in our community for everyone. Yes, we want to encourage new people in, but not at the cost of those who've been here. But I have, as a lawyer, have worked to develop new affordable housing. You see the 8 Diamonds housing development. As an attorney, I work to help bring that there. You see the first Sharswood development, I work to help bring that there as an attorney. When you see the development of some of the public housing and the new housing, affordable housing stock around the city, I've worked on those deals, not only in this district, but I point out the stuff in this community, but also in 14 other states around the country. So I understand not only what we need to do, but how to get it done. Because a lot of people can have good ideas about what needs to get done, but you got to ask yourself, do they have the skills, the experience, and the relationships to actually get it done? We talk, I believe in second chances. God gives me a second chance every day. And there are a lot of folks that make mistakes, and we need to help them get second chances. I worked with Senator Kitchen on the legislation that she recently passed, helping to increase the number of offenses that are eligible for expungements. But we've done a lot more. I'm chairman of the board of One Day at a Time. And One Day at a Time, when people are sick and they're on drugs and they're down and out, and nobody else wants to take them in. Because most of the clients that come into One Day at a Time have already been rejected from other recovery programs, have already been kicked out of other shelters. They're the people that nobody wants. Mel Wells says, as his father said, they're the least of these in society. Well, we service people. I've been working with One Day at a Time for years. I'm chairman of the board of directors. We service thousands of people a year, and I have gained an intimate understanding of not only that people need second chances, but how to provide a second chance. We have a lot of other things. We need to create jobs. I've worked as an attorney in the private sector creating jobs, and we need to make sure that as we create jobs, that people in the community are able to get some of those jobs. Now, everyone talks about the construction that's going on in our community and how we need to increase the diversity of the trades. I was the chairman of the Housing Association of Delaware Valley, and in that capacity, the chairman of the the Diversity Apprenticeship Program, a program that actually got young people from our community in jobs in the building trades. And I'll tell you something, I want our folks to be able to get construction jobs, but I want those jobs to be union jobs, because I want them to be paid the same wages as everybody else. I want them to be family-sustaining jobs. I reject the notion that we say we got to get rid of the unions and get jobs for the community. Why would we get the jobs should they not pay good wages? Why should they have the same kind of benefits? Don't we want our young people to be able to benefit the way of everybody else? So I've worked, I not only talk about it, but I've worked to get it done. I've experienced, as the chairman of the Diversity Apprenticeship Program, getting our young people into trades, a program which has got more diversity in the building trades than any other program that I know of ever created in the city of Philadelphia. Now I know a lot of people have to talk today. We've got a lot of work to do. We've got 77 days till election day. And we have to knock on each other's doors and get people out and get engaged. We have to get rid of some of the apathy. We have to move people forward. I want you to understand something, that I pray. And I'm a man that understands that all of this begins and ends with God. It all begins and ends with God. And we have to understand, as a community, we've got to think in that way. We're not the beginning and we're not the end. Now, when I ran track in high school, and I know Malcolm's trying to get me to wrap up, but I'm going to wrap up with this. I know, because a lot of people got to speak. I ran track in high school, and I didn't run the first leg. The first leg is the beginning leg where you get all of the glory. I didn't run the anchor leg. The anchor leg is the end where you come across the finish line first. But I ran the third leg in track. And see, I learned a lot from running the third leg. See, when you run the third leg, you had to get prepared to take the baton already in motion, because things were already going on. You see, Senator Kitchen's got a lot of things going on in our community, and we need to keep that progress going. The progress on our schools, the progress on our jobs. So I'm prepared to take the baton from her while in motion without losing a step. The other thing I understand is our problems in our community does not end with me. People will go on. I'm prepared to do the work. We're going to train people to hand the baton off to, because none of this begins or ends with us, but we all play a role in it. I want to thank you. My name is Sharif Street.